With us in the studios this morning he is the chairman, Oshimili North Local Government Area, Honorable Innocent Esewezie. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Good morning to the audience. To understand the issues relating to political engagement and youth empowerment, we must first of all give a working definition to the key subject in this question, which are one, political engagement, and of course, youth empowerment. The political engagement has to do with, a broad-based range of activity which afford our youth and our people the opportunity to participate in governance, in government. It gives them the opportunity to get involved. That's the first. And again, we must also try and to also take part in shaping the decision that affects their lives. It also involves asking relevant questions that concerns the decision of those in power, which will eventually affect the behaviors of the public. While youth empowerment, on the other hand, involves development program aimed at creating opportunities that will encourage and develop the youth to be morally responsible, self-reliant, and financially productive citizens. Though the term youth empowerment is loosely understood to be handling of gifts to youth through any method that benefits them, it has gone way beyond that. For Delta State, youth empowerment program is a core issue to the government of Delta State. And as we go on, we will, enumerate a lot of youth programs that the government, has embarked on since inception.
In the meantime, I'm coming to you, the chairman of Oshimili North Local Government Area, as a youth yourself, and we have heard a lot about the developmental strides that you brought to Oshimili North Local Government Area since you became chairman. What can you really say about what the last caller said? I understand what is coming from. He said that Delta youth, most times, some of them, they do engage in, nefarious activities and whatnot. In your own capacity, how have you been able to remove, those from the minds of Delta youth, especially Oshimili North?
I really wish that we were able to clearly hear he was specific about the location where exactly these activities are going on. But, a concern in one location is a concern for everybody. So, yes, it's important that we discuss it.
Yeah, let me first of all thank my colleagues. They've talked about capacity building for our youth.
Yes.
They've also talked about increase in productivity by way of reinvestment support program of the government. And of course, this would lead us to the last question that was thrown at us, which is the political leadership, the role of the youth. First of all, how do you know that, the youth are gainfully engaged? You know that the youth are gainfully engaged when there is peace. Go through Delta State, former Saba, Warri, Ugele, Abo, all the major cities in Delta State are very, very peaceful. Even when we had our elections here, the state was peaceful. That is a clear sign that the government of Delta State is doing well, and the youth are being engaged at all levels. Look at the various levels of engagement. We are here today. We are youth leaders in our various capacities, and we are here to engage our friends, our brothers who are the youth. What are we doing? We're engaging them. We are talking to them. This is the only government that regularly updates their youth and engage them. And that's why we are here today. Of course, they've told us about the Rural Skill Awareness Program. These programs are for the youth. We've talked about so many of them. The Tertiary Institutional Entrepreneurship Program is for the youth. These are all, series of engagement, program that the government has put in place. We have the AGEB, we have the STEP, we have the JEEP. Then, of course, we have the one under the Ministry of Science and Technology and so many others. We have the vocational centers scattered all over the state. These are all programs that have been well, tailored out towards ensuring that our youths are well engaged. So if some few youths, within of Panam and Asaba, have not been, gainfully engaged by this government, all we need to ask them to do is to, keep the hope alive, because this is a continuous program. It goes.
Empowerment is still ongoing.
The empowerment is still ongoing. The commissioner just told us now, his own ministry, they are coming up with their own youth, engagement program for well over 3,000 youth to be engaged. Now, he talked about Delta State youth getting involved in nefarious activities. But he just told us that he's from Anambra State. He's not from Delta State.
No, he said
he's from Delta, but he resides in Anambra State.
No, he's not here. He resides in Anambra.
He's not here then.
Fine. But let us even go to the two states. He resides in Anambra and Asaba. Asaba is very, very, very peaceful. Very peaceful. People from Anambra on a daily basis, they troop into Asaba.
They all live here.
They live here, they do business here. That shows clearly that this government is engaging and the youth are at peace with the government. It's a clear sign that they're talking about youth, involvement, in politics and government. This is the first time that we are seeing large numbers of youth being engaged by way of training, being engaged by way of appointment. This is the first time that we're having large numbers of youth. Look at us in this studio. We're all young men. We are youth. I'm a local government chairman. That's the commissioner. That's the special assistant for on youth development. What are we saying? We are saying that Senator Ifeanyi Okowa is a man who believes so much in the youth, and he is not just paying service, towards his approach in uplifting the life and living standard of our youth. He is also investing hugely in making sure that the youth of Delta State are well positioned economically and otherwise. To the last question, the man that talked about political party, I wouldn't want to go into political party, because the campaign have not started. But I want to say this to my friends and my brothers, the youth. You don't go into a national election, a presidential election with sentiment and emotions. You don't do that. I want the youth to listen. They should listen to the three aspirants. It's very, very clear they should do that. One, I'm not going to mention names. One is saying, I have all the beautiful economic policies that will help to revamp our economy. The other one is saying, I've done it before. Go to where it ruled before. You see, the structures I put in there. And the third one is saying, yes, you that have beautiful blueprint to revamp our economy, you that said you want to do this or that. But there's a problem. What is the problem? The problem is that we have a faulty foundation. The structure of this country. It is only one of the candidates that is talking to us. I'm talking to the youth now. That's talking about the foundation of this country. You know clearly, no matter how beautiful your blueprint is, you've seen there's nobody that wants to go into public office without a plan. But why is it that after all the beautiful manifestos, after all the beautiful speeches and all that, we end up going back again to where we are today? It is because the foundation is faulty. That's one of them is telling us that if I become president, we are going to look at this issue of foundation. That is the restructuring of the system. Why are our youth not in this? Why are they not in school? They are not in school because the foundation is faulty, because the structure is faulty. And the man is saying, if we come, we need to look at this issue and ask questions and know why. This every regime that comes have his own share of strike with our teachers. Why should it be so? Nobody's asking this question. People are just listening to rhetorics and good, sweet, beautiful manifestos that have never really translated to anything. It has always been after the manifesto, after the election, we come back again, we return back to where we were before. But the man is saying, no, we must begin to look at how the local government can get more funding. Let us look at how the states, can be, better equipped. If I'm a local government chairman, if I'm empowered today to construct road and the money is there, I tell you the truth that that every road in this states will be, they won't be linked up. Because the local government chairman will be doing his own, the state government is doing theirs, and somebody is saying, instead of this focus at the central, which is the presidency, let us now begin to look inwards and see how we can begin to empower the state and the local government. Somebody is saying something that has to do with the future for our children. I think that the youth this time around should begin to listen to this aspirant, hear them talk, know their vision and their plans for us, instead of this emotional outburst, and which will not really, help us.
Thank you very much, Honorable Innocent Esewezie, the chairman of Oshimili North Local Government Area of Delta State. This is where we get to wrap it up on today's edition of Delta Political Vanguard Half Hour. A big thank you to our guests in the studio, Honorable Innocent Esewezie, the chairman of Oshimili North Local Government Area.